live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Miq Strawn.
This had Christopher Maloney, and he's in one of those cop shows.
Yeah, he's in Special Victims Unit.
Law and Order.
The Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Yeah, you know what? And I in that I don't like him. I don't like him in...
He's pretty... he plays it like he's supposed to. Just a boring character that just reads his lines. Cop. Just does his thing.
This is him...
this is crazy.
Loose. I mean, this is him loose, and I have to say, I love this.
I like
character.
his performance in this.
His performance in this, to me, I swear, I recognized him immediately, and I kind of went, "Oh, he's gonna be playing, that cop character, right?" And he is such a lunatic, and he plays the lunatic card so well. It's like you wouldn't even know it was the same guy.
Yeah, I mean,
you're shaking your head.
His performance is amazing, and actually, I think that's what kept me watching it, because there were some parts that I really didn't like. Like, I really didn't like the baby thing. They showed a little bit too much of that. They could have just alluded to it. They didn't have to actually show what they showed.
What the
thing, the baby and the thing. I'll just say it.
Oh yeah, no, that was.
I feel like some of the scenes were, to me, it was a little bit too.
but you know what the thing is, that the thing that did a good job of really scarring. That was the first time that I actually saw. Yeah. I saw something.
Yeah.
I saw somebody go through something on a show that disturbed me, and I knew why he was then the way. It really
disturbed me. Yeah,
right.
I guess in that, to that point, I guess it makes sense. But I just have an issue with babies, like the thing in Mother.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that the problem with me is the thing in Mother is everybody was treating it like it was normal, right? Like they were all
they weren't traumatized by it.
They weren't traumatized by it. Yeah. What I liked about this is that happened, and it traumatized him, and it traumatized. Yeah, it explained her character too. Yeah. That one incident, kind of. I like it when you see something and you go, oh, well, yeah, that is proportionate. Mm-hmm. Proportionate insanity.
There you go.
His insanity was proportionate to seeing a baby cooked in a microwave.
And then it did relate to his own little personal relationship that he had and things that were happening there.
Exactly. And his life was falling apart. And and then to add to that, he gets his little character. The character is played by Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
And it...
I don't think he reads it crazy enough. I think Patton Oswalt is a little too tame. I think he could have been a little crazier.
But you find out as you go along. I think I'm on the 5th now. You find out as you go along that it's a kid's character.
Yeah.
That when you first see it is.
Oh yeah. The way he talks and everything, and
the way he talks, and you think that he's making a parody of that character. But that's the character, because the character is the id of the little girl, right? Mm-hmm. And so it just makes a great juxtaposition. And the thing is that sort of thing has been done before. I just think that his performance seals the deal.
I think so, yeah.
And I think a couple of the setups for it with some of the I mean, and I like the bad guy is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, really truly evil. And his performance is so big that every once in a while he has to be reminded that he knows how to fight, and he goes, well, yeah, I do know how to do that. Then he fights like 8 people at once, and you go, okay, well, it's confidence that does that.
It's like, there's only one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, well, there's only one thing I'm good at.
There are a lot of bodies in this. I've only seen 3 episodes, and there's a ton of bodies.
Yeah, so...
and he's like, I can't even keep track.
Yeah, and I can understand that.
Yeah, and then the over the top. At first, it really annoyed me when they had the Italian guys, and it was like the stereotypical.
Right.
It was over the top.
Right.
And then I kind of said, okay, well, they're obviously making fun of it.
Right. And
the whole thing.
And the whole thing. And the thing is that they make him. They make his character as dirty looking and as funky as so that they're looking down on him, right?
And then the weird guy, the guy that tortured people.
Oh, right.
He was awesome.
Oh, he was awesome.
Smoothie, Patrick Fischler.
Boy, doesn't he make a great creepy character?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just you know what? Some people you put rubber gloves on and
the tongue
and they're
thing.
there.
Yeah, he does the tongue thing and I don't know. His hair is all greasy.
I swear that guy, he was raising the hackles on mine. I was going, ooh.
So you have all this creepy stuff going on. Then you have this cute girl, Bryce Lorenzo, played Haley.
Yeah,
and she was like so innocent. And like,
I know everybody, but the thing is everybody's playing these. They're playing such great roles, you know. She's doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job.
Well, even the ex-partner or whatever she was, detective,
right?
Detective Meredith McCarthy.
Right. She does it. I
can't even pronounce her name. Lily Moronick. Anyway. But everybody did
liked her with the mother. Her interaction with the mother as they go back and forth is pretty interesting too. I want to go to the end of it. I want to see all 10. I mean, I love the show. I was impressed with it. Mm-hmm. You know. I mean, what did you think when I told you? Because I had no preconceived notion of what this was about.
I had no idea what it was.
I had no idea what it was.
In fact, I found another show named Happy, and I'm like, that can't be it. It's like it didn't make any sense.
I just kind of rolled into it, and I hadn't heard anything about it.
And the fact that it was him, I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Is I didn't really recognize the guy until I started and went, oh, that's that guy from SUV.
I did the same thing, but I was kind of on board with Patton Oswalt in the credits. I'm like, well, okay.
You know, that's the funny thing is that's what originally got me involved in the first place was Patton Oswalt. I mean,
there's some funny lines.
I didn't have any idea what Patton Oswalt. You know, I swear. You know what I thought? Honestly. I thought that Patton Oswalt was going to be a character. Yeah. Right? Regular character.
Right, yeah.
I didn't think he was going to be the cartoon thing.
Well, he's into doing cartoon voices now. That's kind of his thing now.
Yeah, well, you know.
By the way, I would love to be paid to say, oops, I moved.
Is it?
That was like one of the best lines.
Yeah. Anyway. So I'm all aboard for this, you know. Christopher Maloney has certainly gone up in my estimation.
Yeah, and then I mean everybody. I'll just mention 2 more people: Amanda Hansen, the character played by Medina Sinhor, and then obviously the very bad Santa, Joseph Reitman.
Yeah,
those guys were amazing.
Yeah,
we've already talked about him being awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a lot of other people that are good, but.
It's you know, and the thing is after of watching a lot of what's the name, Blumhouse stuff and
Blumhouse is letting me down.
Yeah, Blumhouse was, you know, and then just tonight, you know,
I'm mad at Blumhouse
thinking
and
about
Chad. The guy that wrote the screenplay for that Keanu Reeves movie.
Which you can't even remember the name of it, right?
Replicas.
Replicas, right. Terrible. Oh, man. Anyway, this is the best. This is one of the best things I've seen in a while here. So what can I say, you know?
So I'd probably get a 3.5 because I did absolutely love it. I thought it was some scenes that were a little too much for me, but at the same time, you made a good point though. So I was gonna give it a 3, but 3.5. So you got me up to 3.5.
Okay, then I'm gonna go 3.7. Yeah, because you know what? You don't give nothing a 3.5.
No.
Without me,
without you
upping you.
So I guess it's fair to say this is going to have some spoilers in it because it's 2017. I think we're okay with that.
I think we're okay with that. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't heard of it, and so I just, No,
it's actually, I was glad you found it. I was like,
I jumped in there. Yeah. I was, you know what? And let me just talk about something here. Boy, if you start digging, there are so many series.
There's too many.
There's just too many. I mean,
there's some that I thought about doing.
You're absolutely right. I
want to get to the hills, the house on Haunted Hill, because apparently it's supposed to be awesome, but I just never get time to do it.
Right. And the thing is those are hourly commitments. To get into these series and stuff. And how do you know what's good? Because honestly, I got to tell you, there's one after the other after the other. And the thing is if you get away from horror and you get more into like just regular drama, there's billions of them. Billions. I mean, it's like McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah. Just on and on and on and on. And even the Canadians make TV. Did you know that?
Whoa.
No. Seriously.
SCTV, I remember that.
No, but they make other TV shows. They've got their own rock bands and everything up there.
Wow. Oh, I know about that.
Wait a minute.
I mean, Rush is my favorite band in the world. And I'm pissed off because the drummer retired and said, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to spend time with my family. I want to do this.
I have to tell you that just the concept of Rush and watching the film about them and watching the bassist from Kiss, what's his name?
Gene Simmons, yes.
Gene Simmons talking about, and then they're in their rooms and they're like reading books. Reading books! Reading books! They're rock stars and they're reading books.
And they didn't do drugs? They might have smoked some pot probably, but
right.
I mean, really.
And they were reading books. I mean, he was like just in shock, reading books.
Well, that's Gene Simmons. I mean,
yeah, well, that's true, but yeah.
He's crazy. He's one of my heroes, though.
Really?
Well, actually,
that's just because you wanted to lick your eyebrows someday.
I wasn't really a huge Kiss fan, but I had an older brother who listened to Kiss a lot, so I'd hear it through the wall sometimes. But when I got a little older, I appreciate the fact that they're weirdos and they dress up and they do blood, they bite blood capsules and stuff. So I thought the theatrical part of it was awesome. But then I saw them in concert, and their first reunion concert in 1996, I think it was. It was one of their first. I think it was their first one actually. But I worked at a CD store. So we were able to print out tickets early before we even opened the store.
Right.
So I got second row center.
Yeah.
And I was actually kind of a little bit to the left. So I was right underneath Gene Simmons when he pulled out the platform that came out over the crowd.
Okay.
So I had blood dripping on me and stuff. It was awesome. But anyway, so I enjoyed that concert so much that I became a Kiss fan at that point.
Really?
This is 1996. So I started buying some of their CDs and I'm like... And then I watched his show on TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I thought the show was amazing. And I realized how smart he is. I'm like, this guy's actually pretty fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he's just a terrible bass
I'm an
player.
entrepreneur myself.
I mean,
so I appreciate him.
They're awful musicians, but they're just terrible.
Their music's not that great. No.
See, and I'm a Grateful Dead fan, and after all, we stop. I have. I mean, there are some bands. I let Nathaniel Ratcliffe and some of that stuff I really like, but
I wasn't aware of the Grateful Dead until it was like Jerry Garcia was forgetting the lyrics, and it was kind of toward the end of his life, I think. Because I remember I was in college in 1995, 96.
Yeah, the 90s were.
And there were stories about him forgetting lyrics, and it was getting kind of sad. Actually.
Well, he looked like kind of a ghost,
but I appreciate the music because I actually had a roommate that introduced me to Grateful Dead, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, the 70s and the 80s. I mean, they were a force. The thing is you think that if you ask somebody who the biggest the highest grossing and the most people that were played to every year in the 80s, and they'll say like, well, Michael Jackson or this or that. You know what? It was the Grateful Dead.
I believe it was
7 years.
Toured like
for 7 years in the 80s.
Didn't they tour like all the time though?
Oh, constantly. Yeah. No, they and the thing is they could sell out. They would sell out 3 days in a row at the biggest venue in any given town in America, and they did it again and again and again. You know,
mm-hmm.
So they
and so did Rush.
Well, maybe
when they toured.
When they toured.
Yes. When they toured, eh?
Okay, so did I rate this?
Yes.
I did.
What would you rate this one? See if we're right.
3 point.
I was going to give it a 3, but I think I'll give it a 3.5 because you convinced me.
And then I said 3 point. And then I said, yeah, this is familiar. Yeah, 3.7, I think. Okay. Good. Okay, so, where am I? I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're not in
a
robotic body.
This is like a dungeon. Look at the stones and everything. Oh, Jesus.
It happens.
There's a rat over there in the corner. Is that that guy? Is that who you're talking to?
You know that's Stanley.
Yeah, I know.
That's one of our rats.
I'm talking to him all the time.
One of our resident rats.
Okay, well, I think that we're all done with this turkey, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Okay, bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.